Hey Israelites, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on your notifications bell so you're the first to get notified once I upload my content. Now the notifications bell is just a white bell by the side of the subscribe button. Okay, so guys, today's video is basically more like a video that's going to dwell on the diary session for the remaining 10 housemates who didn't get the opportunity to go speak to Biggie yesterday. If you're, you should know by now that I uploaded a video yesterday where I talked about the first 10 housemates who were opportune to, have a one-on-one conversation with Biggie. So guys, this is like take 3 of this video. I was filming and didn't know that everything, wasn't really filming. So guys, please bear with me because my energy is sort of drained right now. Okay, so guys, today's video is basically, I really don't know what's going on. Like, I'm thinking most of the housemates, some of the housemates do not know why they are in the Big Brother house. Like, they are taking a lot of things for granted because I feel like this opportunity doesn't come twice, and so you have to maximize it. Like, thousands of people sent in applications, sent in their videos just to audition for this show. And so once you get into the house, my expectation would be that you put yourself out there, like you say the things that will sell you the most. Today's diary section, 3 people really got me like thinking, where are you from? What's going on? That is LILO. LILO got me thinking. And then most importantly, guys, Kaisha was crying in the diary room. So guys, you want to stick around to hear the remaining part of the gist because it is a lot. It is a lot. And you just don't want to miss any of it. So let's start from the very first person who went into the who went into the diary section to, talk to Biggie, okay? So the first person that was called into the diary section today was V. V went into the diary section and Biggie asked her about her experience so far. She said everybody is fine. They've had arguments in the house, of course, but that they've been able to settle it. And so Biggie asked her who, would be her ally in the house. She mentioned Neo, of course. Guys, if you don't know already, Neo and V have been having this kind of, closeness. We don't know what's happening, if the shippers should get ready, but we don't know. And so she also mentioned T. According to her, she feels like the guys are more open than the girls, and that the only girl she feels is a little open in the house would be LILO. And I don't know, but that's what she said. And so when Biggie asked her about her chances of winning the show, she said she was overly confident before she entered the house, but on getting into the Big Brother house and seeing the personalities they have right now, that has changed, and so she would rate herself 70%. When Biggie also asked her about the head of house challenge, she was like, it was fun, it was a game of chance, everybody was cheering you on. That's what made the difference. When you are failing or you're doing something wrong, but then you have like a team, back up, and then they're applauding you, you can do this and all of that. It makes more sense because, at the end of the day, you just don't feel, the pressure of that failure. And so that was fun for her. And then when they asked her about her isolation period, she was like, that she would have lost her mind literally, that she just couldn't get it. It wasn't easy for her, but that the only thing that made her comfortable during that period was food. So guys, V is a foodie. And then when Biggie asked her if she had anything else to say, she was like, that their lights are always turned on, and so it becomes really hard for them to sleep early. When you're in the apartment or something and then the light is still on, you wouldn't even remember that it's time for you to go to sleep and stuff like that. And so I think that's what's happening in the Big Brother Naija house, where, like the light is always on, and so it's hard for them to just go sleep, okay? And so when Biggie was asking her about Neo and stuff like that, she was like, because whenever you turn your eyes to this corner, you just see both of them. You turn your eyes to the other corner, you see Neo, you see, V on top of Neo and stuff like that. And then she was like, no, just to clarify, Neo is the one chasing after me because I don't chase after a guy, okay? And so she was like, she sees Neo as someone that is cool, someone that is, intelligent, someone that is also not too forward, and so she feels like even after the house they're going to be friends. And so Neo, guys, she just said it here, she couldn't hide it. She was like, Neo is a perfect spec. SPEC. She said it in the diary room, okay? So go and do what you can do, okay? So the next person that was called into the diary room was Prince. So when Prince went into the diary room, Biggie asked her if, what am I saying? Biggie asked Prince how his experience has been so far, and then he said that it's been amazing. He's been bonding with all the housemates. And then when asked about his self-isolation period and if he learned anything during that time, he said it was crazy, that he almost lost his mind, but also he was able to, you know, calm down and, you know, relax a bit by reading the Bible. And guys, you know that yesterday when I uploaded that video, I mentioned, you know, that Biggie, there's something about this year's BBNaijaLockdown show, because it seems like Biggie or whoever the organizers want these people to just have sense, or for God to just minister to them, minister wisdom and everything, because last season was crazy. So when Biggie also asked him his chances of winning, I think his response was kind of, you know, he said he has watched the show like back to back to back to back, and so he feels like at this point, it is the viewers that would really decide if you're going to make it there or not. Because, you know, even the viewers out there can drag you for even the trivial things. And so you can't really tell right now. But one thing that he does know is that he's going to make it to the top 5. So let's see, guys, if Prince is going to make it to the BBNaijaLockdown top 5. So do you really think that Prince would get into that sport? Like, the top 5 is like a very big position. I feel like the top 5 is like, even if you don't win the money, you make it to the top 5, you're made. Even if you're in the Big Brother house for like a week, I feel you're also made. Do you think this is going to be the case for Prince? Let me know in the comment section. And so when they asked him about his fellow housemates, he was like, he has respect for all of them, that they are all mature, they are doing great, you know, but he feels like people's flaws are gradually revealing themselves. And of course, that is not like far-fetched, because I mean, you just got into the house, it's gonna take a while. People might be nice right now. I feel like you don't know anybody right now. At this stage, you can't really say you know anybody. It's just too early to tell. You can't just come out and say, okay, I know Katrina, I know Kaisha, I know Nengi, I know. You don't know these people. You're only getting to know them. And with time, you will discover who they really are. So if you're bonding with anybody right now, it's fine, it's cool. But I feel like, you know, you should also be careful while doing it. So he said that he's bonding more with Nengi, Katrina, and Lekon. And he's also bonding with all the funny housemates in the house. And of course, we all know that the funny housemates currently right now would be Dora, Tricky T, because almost everybody mentioned Tricky T during their diary section for being funny. And then the other person would be Neo. And then when Biggie asked him about the head of house challenge, he was like, it was really painful. Like, he felt like he was going to win, but you know, at the end of the day, it's a game and it's okay with everything that happened. And so when Biggie asked him if there's anything else he would like to say, guys, he requested for dumbbells, and then I'm like, what? Almost all the guys want, like, this season is like everybody's fit. The guys though, everybody's fit, and you know, they're just requesting for you know, workout equipment. So the next person that was invited into the Big Brother house so the next person that was invited into the diary section was Tolani Badge, T-Badge, more like T-Boss, but T-Badge, okay? So she was like, our experience so far has been, you know, wishy-washy, you can't really tell. But according to her, she said she's still trying to get comfortable with the whole housemates, and at this point, she is very much guarded, because she needs to know the person that she can relate with in the house, you know, that you can't really tell as at now. So she's still, you know, her guards are very much like, you know, green, okay? And then when they asked her about the other housemates, she was like, everybody's intellectual and funny. And then they asked her about, you know, how she's bonding with the other housemates, and then she was like, yeah, she's bonding with Tricky T, Brighto, V, you know, according to her, Tricky T is funny, it always makes her laugh. You know, guys, almost all the housemates had this thing to say about Tricky T. And then he said, Brighto seems to be quiet, but she knows that he is smart. And so V was like, she said V because she is from London and, you know, she's also from America. And so both of them connect on that level in the sense that they have something to say that both of them can, you know, definitely relate to. About her self-isolation journey and what she learned during that period, she said she was nervous to not be with her phone. Guys, you know that Tolani Badge is a YouTuber, so it wasn't really like, I'm not surprised that she would feel that way. But then she said she was also reading the Bible a lot and that gave her self-assurance. And then she also mentioned that she was taking hot showers for company and just to while away the time, and that during that period she learned to eat breakfast because ordinarily she's not the type that eats breakfast. Guys, you heard it, okay? So when she was asked about her chances for winning the show, now guys, this girl was like this, she was just out there. She just said that she is confident that she would win the show because she has a lot of fan base outside of the house. Being that she's a YouTuber that has subscribers or followers on YouTube would definitely support her. So she was just 110% confident. But guys, what do you think? Because I know that, you know, in past editions where people were overly confident, it rubbed off, you know, as rude, and it didn't really, you know, put them out there. What do you think? Do you think T-Badge would make it to the, you know, top 5 and even, you know, walk away with the 85 million naira prize? Okay, so when Biggie asked her about the head of house challenge, she said it was fun, yeah, but then again it was tough for her. And then when Biggie asked her if she had anything else to say, she said, you know, she mentioned that she has not been eating well in the house, and the reason is because she's mostly the kind of person who loves cooking for herself. But whenever she thinks of cooking for the housemates, like 20 people, that scares her, you know. And so she feels like when she eats Bbnaija or something, that she'll be, you know, her nervousness will be calm and everything, but she'll take time, and then let's see how next week goes, you know, for her to decide if she'll be able to cook something or not. And then she also complained about the lights in her room. And then, yeah, one thing that she said that I kind of liked was the fact that, you know, she was like, Biggie should help, you know, tell the other housemates to allow everyone to speak. Some housemates do not have that audience. They are not given that audience. They are not respected. They're not given a listening ear. And so when it's time for them to talk, you see other people talking, side talks here and there. And so she feels like that is disrespectful. And to me, I share, you know, in that her opinion, because I feel like, you know, when Nengi is speaking, Oza, Kidwire, you know, Erica and stuff, you see that people listen to them. But then when you see Lekon, Kaisha, you know, it is really hard for you to even hear what they had to say. In my video, the one that I uploaded, I also mentioned it because we couldn't even hear what Lekon was saying at some point, you know. And then Biggie was like, you know, that he was like, Tolani Badge, this is a social experiment. No, he was like, Tolani Badge, I believe you can handle that yourself. And then she was like, big brother, I can do it. In fact, she was like, that's a small thing. I don't just want to bring out myself. I just wanted to let you know because I can handle it perfectly, but I just wanted to let you know. And then Biggie was like, this is a social experiment, and so you should bring out your social cap. And that's how Tolani Badge left the diary room. The next person that was called into the diary room was Praise. When Biggie asked, you know, him about his experience so far, he said it's been fun, that people are amazing and welcoming. And about other housemates, he said, you know, he's been encountering people with different personalities, that everyone is cool and nice. When they asked him about who he's bonded with so far, he said he can't say for now, but, you know, he likes Leo, Eric, and Katrina. And then about the head of house challenge, he said, you know, that it was unexpected. He said it was unexpected, you know, but that he was happy with his own performance during the task, okay? And then about his isolation period and what he learned, he said it was hard for him at first, that he learned the skill of reading, you know, because before now, he's more of the person that, you know, would prefer audiobooks to just reading stuff. But because of that self-isolation, he had to learn how to, you know, read read, and not just read anything, but read the Bible, okay? And then he also, learn to be more creative, to use the things around you to make something out of nothing, because he's more of this physical type. But then he didn't have like dumbbells or any workout equipment, so he had to turn his water bottles, like the bottled water or anything around to be able to work out during that self-isolation period. About winning the show, he said everyone is currently a threat and he cannot say what his chances are, but he knows that as an individual he's a very competitive person and that he's going to put all his energy into winning the game. And then when Biggie asked him if he had anything else to say, he asked for workout equipment. I mean, guys, all these people, they just came to Biggie's house to work out. The next person that was called into the diary session, people of God, people, they ask me, say, now waiting, they make me smile. This one is make me cry. I just, they tell them, say, guys, I don't know what is wrong with this girl. Like, I really don't know. She just came to the diary section to cry. Like, she just came to cry like a baby. I don't know why. I don't know. Really, I don't know if Kaisha right now is your favorite. Guys, I really need to say this because I feel like she just came to, that was her first diary section. You should have, gotten your acts together. You should understand, even if I understand that people, like, she's being sort of intimidated in the house, but the way that Lekon handled it has made this, like, everyone love him. Like, all the viewers, like his fan base, everybody's turning Lekon right now. And so I feel like that is what she should have done. Make use of the opportunity, or make use of, whatever is thrown at her to showcase herself. And not just come to the diary section and start crying and crying. They asked her about her experience. She was like, she loves the house, but that there's tension everywhere. That when you turn like this, there's tension, you turn like this, there's tension, that all of the Big Brother Naija housemates are fake. Yes, she said it, guys. She said they are all fake, and that today they'll be nice to you, tomorrow there's someone else she doesn't really know, she's not happy, they're supposed to make her feel calm, feel good, that when she was coming, she was thinking that, everybody will be doing things together happily, and it's like she was coming to the house, with the mindset that she was coming to meet maybe her cousins or her aunties, family members. She was just coming with family members vibe. This is not a family member show. This is not ultimate love. This is Big Brother Naija, where anything can happen and people are fighting for 85 million naira, and this is day 2 and you're crying that people, I don't understand. Get your acts together, girl. Get it together. And so when Biggie asked her, okay, she was even saying that they are pretending. I really don't know what's wrong with this girl. So Biggie was asking her, okay, who have you been bonding with in the house? Listen to what she said. She was like, she was bonding with Erica at first, but Erica changed. And then she was bonding with Watoni and Nengi, but that they betrayed her because it seems like Watoni and Nengi are now best of friends. Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I just don't know what is wrong with this girl. And then when, Biggie, she now made a request to Biggie. People of God, wait. She was like, Biggie should find a way to talk to the housemates, to tell the housemates to make it whether conducive for people, make it, to remove tension. Big Brother Naija thrives on tension. Big Brother Naija thrives on, tricks and whatever you want to call it. How can you tell Big Brother to tell the housemates to take away tension? Even in your house, even with your brothers and sisters, there's always tension. You can never agree. You have to make them like you and stuff like that. So Biggie then had to just encourage her so she doesn't feel like, of course, that's Biggie's role. Biggie encouraged her, and then when Biggie asked her if what her chances are of winning, she was like, she's she feels she can be able to win the show, but she just needs to work around her emotions so that her emotions doesn't get in the way. And that's it, girl. Girl, you said it there. Work on your emotions, build yourself, be strong, get your head in the game, and then you do well. And then when Biggie asked her if there was anything else she wanted to say, she was like, she should, she just wants the housemates to spread love. And that was it, guys, for Kaisha. And then Laycon came into the diary section. Guys, I already like Laycon, and everybody loves Laycon. Laycon is right now being compared with Aristotle because of his depth of knowledge, because of his maturity, because of the way he talks, because of who he is. Remember that Laycon was also intimidated at some point, and he was being treated the same way Kaisha was being treated. But Laycon had to turn it around, and that's when people actually fell in love with Laycon, because he started giving quotes that people could actually relate to. And so when Laycon got into the house and Biggie asked him what his experience has been so far, and then he said it's been nice, but then Laycon said the same thing, almost like what Kaisha said, but then he said it in a different way. So when Biggie asked him about the other housemates, he was like, some housemates are adjusting, others are not. And that the reason, again, is because some housemates are making it even harder for other housemates to adjust. And I think that's where, Kaisha comes into play, because right now it's hard for her to adjust, into the system and everything. And then about winning the show, he said, he's taking it one day at a time. He doesn't want to, go too forward about it right now. And then when they asked him who his ally is currently in the house, he said he's not even thinking about it. The guy just, his head there, it has oil. And then when Biggie asked him about his self-isolation and what he learned during that period, he said, he learned clarity of thoughts, and then he learned to listen to himself, and then he also learned to talk to himself. And I also learned that it is okay to let people get to know you, to know how you feel. That before now, he used to be, more like, he doesn't let people in, but he's learning right now to open up to people. And then when Biggie asked him if he had anything else to say, guys, this is why I told you that this guy, he has oil in his head. He knows what to do. He knows what to ask. He knows what it means to come to a platform as big as Biggie and wanting to sell yourself. So he was like, Biggie, Biggie gave him like 1 minute during his diary section to freestyle during his diary section, because he sings, guys, he sings. And so he wants Biggie to give him that 1 minute, to just freestyle. Do you know what that means? He's asking Biggie for international airtime free of charge, guys. You know what it means to have the whole world watching you on Biggie's platform. And this guy is asking such, I just hope that Biggie would definitely oblige him his request, because Biggie was like, he would think about it and discuss it with him in his next diary section. I just wish that Biggie would just let him express himself, because a lot of people already love him as we speak. The next person that was invited into the diary section was Dorothy. Guys, Dorothy is a vibe. Dorothy is bubbly. Everything about her is fun, funny, and nice. So her session was really cool to watch. When they asked her about her experience so far in the house, she said she's still in shock that she's in the Big Brother house, but it's been great so far. And so when Biggie asked her about the other housemates, she was like, that all the other housemates have good energy, and that, she's glad that some people can relate to jokes. She's funny. And then she's not the only one funny. We have Tricky T and then maybe Neo. And so she's like, because it's not everybody that can deal with jokes. I mean, not just any joke anyway, because there are jokes that are not supposed to be jokes. But she feels like the housemates, they kind of relate to her funniness and relate to jokes. Everybody seems to have a good vibe. And so when they asked her who she's been bonding with, she was like, nobody really, but she's bonding very well with Ozo. Guys, we're already seeing Dozo on the net, like on the gram, on Twitter. They're already shipping things, Dozo, Dorothy, Ozo, things flying in the air. We don't know, because Ozo also mentioned that she's the only one he's been bonding with in the house, and now she has also mentioned that Ozo is the only person she's been bonding with in the house. So when they asked her about the head of house challenge, she was, oh my god, that it was tricky, especially for her, because she had to remember in one of my videos where I talked about the rules of the game, when you throw the die and then you get a number, and then the number, your totem hits, let's say, a black card, you're going to go back and start from the beginning. That happened to her, and then she had to like also drink like 4 bottles of water, so it was a lot for her. So she was like, no, but it was fun overall. And then when Biggie asked her about the self-isolation, you know, and what she learned during that time, and then she was like, Biggie, I've been waiting to have this conversation with you. I said that the first, you know, conversation I'm going to have with you, I'm going to drag you. I mean, why would you do that to us? Like, why would you do it? You know, she said it was tough for her, but she was glad that she was able to pull through. And then when Biggie asked her about winning, guys, this girl bust my head. I love Dorothy, guys. I really love Dorothy. If you know already, there are people that I already love. You know, I love all of them, but there are people that I really, 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 really love, okay? It's all love, guys. But then she was like, when they asked her about winning, she was like, she gave herself the scale. She was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, that she would say she's on a 10.5. I rest my case. I rest my case. I rest my case. So she was like, you know, when Biggie asked her if there was anything else she would want to say, guys, she said she wanted a washing machine. Like Biggie should help them get a washing machine. But when she was saying it, she was also laughing because she knew that was a big ask, you know, from any of the housemates. And then Biggie was like, okay, because she also mentioned that she's cool with all the housemates. And then Biggie was like, if you're really cool with all the housemates, then you should tell them to help you to help teach you how to wash your clothes and stuff like that. Okay, so the next person that was invited into the house was Tricky T. So Tricky T said his experience so far has been amazing, that this set is a perfect set. And then about the other housemates, he said they are okay, that is close mostly to Watoni, Nengi, and Eric. When Biggie asked him if he had like an ally or something, he said, yeah, it's Watoni, because Watoni is cool and open-minded. And so his experience during the self-isolation and what he learned, he said, you know, he learned that you can do without your phone, and then you can do away without certain things. And that has made him have respect for incarcerated people. I'm not going to explain that. I just want to believe that you know what that means. And so when they asked him about his chances of winning, he said he's confident that he will win. And then about the head of house challenge, he said it was also tricky. And when Biggie asked him if you know, he had anything else to say, he said that, you know, the AC is just too high. The AC is just too much. In fact, it's entering his bones. And I think if I were to be in Big Brother's house, that would be a major challenge for me. Because me and Code, we're parallel. We can't meet. So I can imagine what they are going through. So the next person that was in the diary section was LILO. Guys, I don't know what's happening to LILO, but LILO just gave a very boring energy during the diary section. Like, you can't really say you were drawn to LILO in one of her conversations. I mean, this is a chance for you to sell yourself. This is a chance for you to get the viewers out there to love you, to have that personal conversation with you. Because if it seems like you're talking to Biggie, but, you know, let's be honest, you're actually talking to the viewers. And so when she entered, she was just quiet. The way she was looking, you can even tell that something was wrong. You know, she wasn't there. The vibe wasn't. If you liked her before, you wouldn't like her anymore. You know, I don't know, but I just feel like she needs to work on that. Like, she needs to maximize the diary session. When Biggie asked her about her experience so far, she said she's still excited, that she can't believe it, you know, but she had an argument with Lucy, but they've been able to, you know, squash whatever beef that they were having. And then about other housemates, she said, you know, they've been perfect so far, you know. And then about who she's been bonding with, she mentioned Eric. Of course, guys, that name would definitely be the #1 name she'd mention, because they've been, I don't know, we don't even know if we should give them a ship already to sail. She mentioned Eric, V, and Neo. And then Biggie was like, we've noticed this sort of closeness, this sort of sentimental attachment with Eric. What's going on? Can we know? And then she was like, like, guys, I'm not joking. She was really that way. Like, she couldn't get words to say, or just like she didn't know what to say. She was just there, like dumb. Like, it was really boring to watch. I don't know why it was hard for her to like even say, because it's something that she should be able to relate to. If that question was to be asked to someone else, then would understand, but not you, girl. Why are you dull in the diary room? And so she was just there. And then after a lot of and quietness and everything, you know, she just, you know, managed to say that he likes to talk to me a lot. I mean, what is that? How can you say that you don't even know what to say? You should be able to tell us why you're close to Eric. Guys, I don't know, but I think I'm going to make a video where I'll talk about all the love triangles in the Big Brother house. I'm not going to say that here so that it doesn't, get longer than it should, because it's already long already. Okay, so basically that's all that happened. That session wasn't really interesting. Next person that was called into the diary section was Tochi. Tochi said his experience in the house has been good, that he's beginning to get a hang of the game, and that the other housemates are cool. He's bonding more with Kidwire. Kidwire is cool and open-minded. He's also bonding more with Dorothy and Prince. And then during the isolation period, it was crazy for him, but he learned more about himself. When you're in that kind of you're having that quiet moment, you get to talk to your inner self and listen more and discover yourself more. And so about winning the game, he said it's a 50% chance right now, because there are a lot of personalities, strong personalities in the biggest house. And then about the head of house challenge, he said it was all tension, but it was okay, because at the end of the day, it was just a game. So guys, that's all about the diary section for today, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'll be making another video for all of the things that happen in the house. Currently, the housemates are making their own sanitizers and face masks and all of that. So I'm going to put all of that into a new video. In fact, there's a lot that happened that I can't tell you. So just hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications bell, follow me on all my social media platforms, give this video a thumbs up. Until we see you again, bye guys.